I didn't see that shit at all, bro.
You are now listening to the Q&E Podcast.
Is this what you want? Huh? Is this what you want? Well, come and get it, goddammit!
What's up, everybody? You're listening to the Q&E Podcast. You're here with your boy Q Hicks right now. I got Edgar on the other line. Edgar, tell the people what's good.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Q&E Podcast. We got a lot to talk about today. First thing I want to just say, I know you probably got it later in the pod, but thank you, EA Sports. Y'all bring it back, NCAA football. I know that's probably going to be later in the pod, but I just want to say thank you right now. I ain't going to dive too deep into it, but that was my best news of this whole week. So you can go ahead.
Yeah. We definitely gonna dive into it, bro, because I really got some feelings on it. I really got some real feelings on it, bro. So definitely happy Black History Month. If y'all haven't noticed, we have been posting 28 days of Black History, just posting facts once a day about somebody that really isn't known in the Black community, but really did a lot to push us forward and push the culture forward. So definitely check that out. We will be posting those on the Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So definitely check that out.
Apologize to all my ancestors. Happy Black History Month. Like Quincy just said, I just had to get my personal anecdote off about NCAA football.
You talking about worldly things other than the culture, boy. You talking about that worldly things.
Happy Black History Month to all the amazing Black people out there, all the Black men, Black women, Black children. It's Black History all year. We should be celebrating all year, but this month, February, we just put a little extra Black on everything. So
shortest month of the year. That's how they try to shortchange us, bro. They try to shortchange us every year, bro.
Yeah,
no matter if it's a leap year or not.
We gotta remember that picture that Black put in the group chat.
Bro, I'm gonna start having pictures on tap to post on this shit so y'all can see what we be talking about. That's funny as fuck. But yeah, definitely tap into our Q&E radio on Dash Radio tomorrow. Every Thursday at 9 a.m. Definitely check us out. We will be on the Nothing But Net station. You can go to Dash Radio app, or you can go to dashradio.com/nothingbutnet, NOTHINBUTNET, every Thursday at 9 a.m. Definitely check us out. I think we're running Dan Ponyman's interview again. So if you listened to that before, it's just going to be radio version, but still check it out on Dash Radio. So first thing I wanted to talk about was this Matt Stafford trade, bro. That's probably the biggest news in the NFL. It's off season for most of the teams right now. Matt Stafford going to the Rams, Jared Goff getting traded to the Lions with I think a couple of first rounders in the third round pick. What was your first reaction to the deal?
My first reaction, I was very surprised. I picked Matt Stafford to go to the Colts. I feel like he had a very big playoff opportunity there. But now that he's at the Rams and the fact that they didn't really give up too much of anything for him other than the picks, I feel like he still has a great playoff opportunity there in the NFC. Granted, he's in a tough division with the Cardinals and San Francisco, but I still feel like Matt Stafford, he gets his chance to prove that he's not overrated. I'm somebody who doesn't think he's overrated. I feel like he has a very strong arm, and if you just put multiple pieces around him, not just one wide receiver like he had with Megatron, but multiple pieces of true team and good coaching, I feel like Matt Stafford can definitely take a team deep in the playoffs, possibly a Super Bowl.
I'm glad you brought up the picks because that was my biggest drawback when I looked at this trade. They gave up 3 picks for Matt Stafford. Like you said, maybe he's not overrated like I think he is, but bro, 3 first rounders or 2 first rounders and Jared Goff, a starting QB. If I'm the Lions, I'm ecstatic for what I got. He was about to get out of there for nothing basically in a couple of years, and you got all of that haul with a starting quarterback. Bruh. I'm happy if not the Lions from the Rams perspective. Are they winning a championship next year? Because that's really what it is for them. It's championship or bust at this point. So what are they going to do?
Get there now, whether they win or not, I feel like we would have to have that conversation further into next season once we actually start seeing them play. But based off of what we're seeing on paper right now, and based off of the trade, I can definitely say they have a strong chance to get there. I thought the Rams had the third best possibility in the NFC this year to get to the Super Bowl. So I definitely feel like they can still have that top 3 possibility of representing the NFC.
I understand a lot of Rams fans had problems with Jared Goff, but man, didn't he just take y'all to a Super Bowl like 2 years ago? Like, it's really a what have you done for me lately NFL, bro. It's crazy. Don't act like Jared Goff wasn't getting good numbers now. He had Todd Gurley.
I'm not going to say he took them. I'm not going to say that. No. Jared Goff ain't take them. He did his job, and he didn't F up. That's all that is. Jared Goff did what he was supposed to do. I ain't finna say that like if it wasn't for Jared Goff, the Rams wouldn't have been there. No, I ain't going to say nothing like that.
But he wasn't a scrub quarterback is what I'm saying. And like Jared Goff was a scrub. Like, he was above average that year. I'm pretty sure he was in MVP conversation, even though Gurley was getting most of the credit. But that's what I'm saying. Like, from 2018 to 2020, like, was it really that much of a decline where you like, man, we got to get rid of this dude? Like, you just signed him to a big deal, and now you're trying to get rid of him? That's why I'm talking about. Like, is he really worth giving up a first rounder to get rid of that big contract of Jared Goff to get a Matt Stafford, who I don't think is crazy?
I feel like neither side really lost. Like you said, the Lions got, first off, Jared Goff is younger, so that's always an upside of having a young quarterback, and you're above average. So I don't feel like the Lions necessarily, I don't feel like the Rams necessarily lost anything, because if you're thinking immediate type of return, you did well with getting Matt Stafford, because he can get you somewhere quick, within the next 2 to 3 seasons. Now, if you're trying to think long-term on how this is going to go, then it's like, okay, we got a shot within 5 years, but after
they have no first-round picks for the next, I want to say, until 2027. They have no first-round picks.
Well, within these 5 years, you better make it do what it do.
And that's what I'm saying. So Matt Stafford, so you can say he's overrated, underrated. It really doesn't matter. You're giving up your future for this guy now. So that's what I'm saying. This is really a championship or bust. You're putting all your chips in on this guy. So Matt Stafford better be it. Because if he ain't, y'all going to be looking sick in a couple of years when his contract is up and y'all have no first-round picks.
In the next 3 to 5 years, it's definitely championship or bust. Am I going to say exactly next season? No. But in his time that he's going to be in LA with the Rams, definitely. At this time for his career is championship or bust, for sure.
But just looking at the Rams offense, is it like a ready-made offense? Like, all they need is a Matt Stafford and they're to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Is it like that?
Yeah.
Because they got Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods. You got Cam Akers in the backfield now. It's solid skill pieces.
And their defense is still top-notch. They ain't lose nobody.
And that's the biggest key to me. The defense is still going to be top tier. So maybe that's going to carry him to the Super Bowl again. Right. I don't know, bro. I'm somebody who's been a Matt Stafford skeptic for so long. So it's just like, is he ready? Is he going to be ready for the playoff bright lights? We've never seen it. So we really can't say he's not ready for it. But it's just like, man, how do you know if you're giving up all that draft capital for somebody you really don't know what you're going to get with him? Like, yes, he has a big arm. Yes, he has a talent. He was obviously the number 1 pick. But you really don't know what you're going to get with Matt Stafford in the playoffs. So it's just like, hey, all right now, Rams, you're giving up your future for this man. He better be it. That's all I'm saying.
Definitely understandable. I just got a lot of faith in Matt Stafford. First off, he's been in a tough division his entire career with going against Aaron Rodgers twice a year. The Vikings are always tough no matter who their quarterback is, and who else? The Bears, So you got two meh kind of teams with the Vikings and the Bears. They're always hit or miss, but Green Bay is definitely always in your way. So I can't totally blame Matt Stafford for just never making the playoffs, because not only is your team 9 times out of 10 trash, but your division is always hard to get out of.
Oh, yeah. Because we talked about it last week. Like, I don't blame him for, like, the back end, like, these past 4 years since Megatron left. I always speak of, like, the first part when he had Megatron. That's what I look at when it comes to Matt Stafford. Like, these past 3 years, we can basically throw those away because I wasn't really paying attention to him anyway. They wasn't doing nothing in Detroit. So it's just like, all right, now we can really see now. Like, everything is in your court right now. And a lot of people were saying, if this man get with the Rams and he win a Super Bowl, he's a Hall of Famer. And I really don't know how to feel about that, bro. They say he a Hall of Famer if he get a ring.
I don't know.
They say he got the stats.
He has the stats, but I don't know. Even one Super Bowl. Actually, let me say this: if he has multiple appearances and at least one win, then you could possibly say Hall of Fame. Even then, it wouldn't be first ballot. It'll be like second or third ballot. He's definitely not first ballot Hall of Fame, but I do believe Matt Stafford will make the Hall of Fame one day. Same way with Phillip Rivers. It's like
Exactly.
We're not really impressed completely with you, but you have the numbers, and at the end of the day, we can't ignore the numbers that you got because you're in the record books regardless.
But I feel like we overstate numbers now, bro. It's a passing NFL. You're a quarterback. You're going to get your numbers, bro. Y'all say Jameis Winston is trash all the time, but he's putting up 5,000 yards a season or in his best season. So everybody putting up 4,000, 5,000 yards nowadays. So I really can't look at yards. What are you doing in the playoffs, bro? That's what we got to look at from now on when we look at Hall of Fame. That's why I still am on the side of Phillip Rivers should not be in the Hall of Fame. What were you doing in the playoffs? Nothing, in my opinion. But he has the stats, so people are going to put him in. I don't think you can go by that anymore in this type of NFL. I truly don't. It's too pass heavy to go by that. I don't think you can go by that no more, bro. And that's how I feel about it. But let's look at this from the more on the Detroit side. How do you feel like this will be for them moving forward? Got a new coach. I want to say they got a new GM now. So how do you feel about their future moving forward?
I feel like they have a very bright future. Aaron Rodgers is on his way out the door within the next, I say 2, no more than 3 more years. Aaron Rodgers will probably be retired from the NFL. So that leaves vacancy for who gets to be the best team in that division in the NFC. So, and the Bears quarterback situation is still skeptical. We don't know where their future lies. And the Vikings.
Dak?
Well, if he goes, if he doesn't, then they're still up in the air. But same thing with the Vikings. We don't know what the Vikings have for us to expect at this point. So the Lions, with all these draft picks and with a young quarterback in Jared Goff, who is above average, their future is very bright. The same way I felt about the Bills like 2 years ago, leading up to now, on how I kept saying the Bills are going to end up being the best team in their division. The Lions have that opportunity right now with the amount of draft picks they got and the quarterback that they have now. And like you said, new coach, new GM. It's just a fresh face. It's a fresh face of the franchise and just a lot of new pieces to start building off of.
Yeah, I totally agree. But my biggest question is, it just goes back to Jared Goff. Is Jared Goff your future? Or is he somebody who's going to be a bridge type of quarterback until you find somebody else?
No. I definitely feel like he could be the future for sure.
And then my next question is, it's the same thing I had with Doug Peterson, bro, because it's a narrative thing for me. Doug Peterson in Philly, it's like, damn, you feel like you can eat off a championship for more than 3 rings, but he actually won. Jared Goff, he didn't lead them to a championship, but he helped you get there. He was a big part of getting you there. So what is the narrative of Jared Goff if he wins that Super Bowl? Are we still treating Jared Goff like he's some type of scrub? Because I feel like that's how he's getting treated right now. Are we still treating Jared Goff like he's a scrub if he wins that championship?
I don't feel like people are treating him like a scrub. I just feel a lot of people still think he has a lot to prove. Like I said, when they went to the Super Bowl, we know that wasn't because of Jared Goff. He just didn't mess up. Like Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo didn't lead San Francisco to the Super Bowl last year. It's just he didn't have any moments. He didn't have too many moments during the season where he fucked up. So it's like, hey, you just doing your job. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're managing the game and doing what you're supposed to do, and you letting your star players be stars. And I feel like Jared Goff has been in that situation with Los Angeles to where your defense is going to keep you in games at all times. So all you have to do is just move the ball down the field, let Cooper Kupp do what he do, let Akers and your other running backs do what they do, and everything will be fine. Now, this is the true test of Jared Goff, just like how Matt Stafford has a test in L.A. What can you do now that it is kind of on you?
Yeah, because you don't have Sean McVay no more, the Grand Wizard. So you really have to – but is he going to have the same issues that Matt Stafford had? Like, this is still the same organization. This is still Detroit, bro, at the end of the day. Detroit has been trashed no matter who was the coach, no matter who was the GM. They've been trashed for a long time.
It all depends on how this next draft goes. It all depends on that.
I don't know, bro.
If they
I
draft,
feel like Detroit is a cursed town at this point. I can't even say anything good about Jared Goff and his situation moving forward.
It definitely is, but like I said, it really is going to depend. When this next NFL draft comes up, we will see what Detroit future holds. If they draft very good, Jared Goff has a chance to take over that. What is that? NFC North? Yeah, he has a chance to take over the NFC North if they draft correctly. Not immediately, but within the next 2 years or so, he has a chance to take over.
And then you got this coach who talking about biting knees off, and we gonna spit you up and chew you out. Come on, that's our coach. That's what Jared Goff is going into. I'm not even a Jared Goff fan, but I'm just saying, damn, The narrative on Jared Goff has gone so haywire in the past 2 years. And I want to know, did he really get that trash over 2 years? That's all I want to know.
That man said we're going to bite kneecaps.
Bro, he said he's going to bite kneecaps, spit you up, chew you out, going to get hit in the face.
I really understand that. That just goes to show, just to get my soap opera piece off real quick, that just goes to show y'all, they will hire any white coach before they hire a qualified black coach. That's all I'm going to say on that. We ain't even got to get too deep because we spilled all of that last week about Eric Bieniemy and all that stuff.
Yeah, because I don't even know who that nigga is. Like, where did he even come from? I don't know
where he came from or anything.
Even when we have a high-profile name like Bieniemy, like, he still can't get a job. It's like, okay. All right, it's cool. But I think Eric Bieniemy had a chance to get a job. He just didn't want to go to Houston. Yeah.
I low-key don't blame him. I don't blame him.
At all. Because it's going to be, 5-6 more openings next year.
Don't offer me trash. If you're going to offer me trash, at least let it have upside. Like the Lions. If the Lions still had a vacant head coaching spot, if I was Eric Bieniemy, I'd take that. If I was Todd Bowles, I'd take that. Because you got all these upcoming draft picks, and you got Jared Goff, who is a solid quarterback. Man, that's upside. That's not like Houston to where you're losing. You gave up D-Hop. Now you're losing Deshaun. J.J. Watt finna be out the door soon because he ain't getting any younger, and you have no future to look forward to. That's totally different.
But it still has the reputation of being a cursed franchise, bro. Detroit has never been good in my lifetime. Yeah. I've never seen Detroit be actually good. Probably one season.
I've seen good players play there, but that's about it.
Yeah. So it's like, is it really going to come together? I don't know, man. We can move on. I'm tired of the conversation of Detroit. Let's move on to the Super Bowl 55 is this Sunday, bro. Tampa Bay versus Kansas City. Bro, give me a preview of what you think will happen on Sunday night.
My preview, First off, I just want to say I'm not a fan of the fact that we will not be firing the cannons for any point conversions or touchdowns or anything. That really upset me when I seen Tampa Bay put that statement out. I think it was early today or yesterday. Because it's the Super Bowl, so they want it to be neutral. But I feel like that's not fair because what's the point of bragging about we're the first team to have a Super Bowl at home if we can't treat it like we're at home? I feel
still got to be neutral though. At the end of the day, bro, it still got to be neutral. Like I wouldn't expect them to be firing the cannons. Honestly, I wouldn't be.
I don't know, bro. It's Tampa Bay tradition, bro. Like I've never remembered a game at Tampa Bay where the cannons weren't firing off. Like honestly, though, unless Tampa wasn't playing there, you know what I'm saying? So that messed me up really bad. But my predictions for the game, like I said, it's going to be high scoring. Everybody's healthy offensively. This is going to be a high scoring game. I don't expect anybody to score less. I don't expect either team to score less than 28 points.
Oh, okay. I'm tripping. Okay, I thought you said they weren't going to get over 28 points. Okay, no.
Each team is going to get at least 28 points.
I'm going to stick to what I said last week. I think this will be a 10-plus point game. I got Kansas City winning. I think this will be high scoring, though. Not much defense will be played. But hold on. Because you saying that right now, but I seen you in the Instagram comments talking about JPP was going to be on my boy head.
Oh, yeah.
On Mahomes' head and shit.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So how he gonna be on his head, but they're scoring touchdowns at the same time?
Oh, Mahomes still gonna get the rock off. I ain't saying it's gonna be Sack City or nothing. But the QB pressure is definitely gonna be on. I need people to understand that. You got Vita Vea, you got JPP, you got the rest of this line, you got Devin White and Levante Davis. Man, come on, that inside gonna be atrocious.
So let me ask you this, bro. Since you're the Bucs fan, bro, what needs to happen for the Bucs to win this game? Because y'all are the underdogs. What needs to happen for the Bucs to win this game?
Basically, the bet that we have. Tyreek Hill cannot go off. That is the key, in my opinion. If Tyreek Hill has a field day, that opens up room for everybody else. If you let Tyreek Hill have a field day and you let Patrick Mahomes run outside the pocket, those are two key things that we cannot let happen. We have to keep Pat Mahomes in the pocket, and we have to keep Tyreek from having a field day. If we do those two things, we can win the Super Bowl. I have us winning by seven or less, no more than 7 points.
Y'all playing against Mahomes, bro. So even if he down, he's still in it. Man, I agree with you that it's gonna be tough for the Bucs, man. Because either way I put it, like, man, it's tough. Because if y'all play zone and y'all neutralize somebody like a Tyreek Hill and a Travis Kelce, it's like, man, they're gonna be getting that running game on. So it's like, man, like we still can't not think about the running backs and Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Le'Veon Bell. It's just like,
But
man,
I'm not worried about.
stop
I'm
with
not
this
worried
team,
about
bro.
I'm honestly not worried about the running game. We've had the top running defense. This is the second year in a row, I think. We've had a top 2 running defense. So running, I'm not worried. It's really just the pass game. We have to make sure we rush the edges and keep Pat Mahomes in the pocket at all times. Because once he runs outside, it's so many different options that can happen. He could either keep running or he can have Tyreek alter his route any kind of way to just run somewhere open in the field. Like we can't let field days happen at all. Winfield has to be amazing. Davis, everybody else, all these other DBs, we have to be on lock with these receivers.
So I'm gonna tell you this: the key factor is who you said, Levante David or Devin White. Whoever is going to primarily guard Travis Kelce is going to be the guy that has to be the X factor for this game, because I think the Bucs will play zone this entire game. They're not going to play man to man against Tyreek Hill. It's impossible. We see how that worked out for them in the first game. They're going to play zone damn near the whole game, or at least have somebody over the top of Tyreek Hill. And I think Travis Kelce, whoever's guarding him, has to play the best game of their life, because he is going to be looking for Travis Kelce the whole entire game. I'm telling you, bro. That's why I said either Tyreek gonna go off because he getting manned up, or if y'all running zone or somebody over Tyreek, Travis Kelce gonna go off. Because they both gotta be double teamed at the same time. So that's why I said I don't know how it worked for the Bucs. They offense have to come up to play. Tampa Bay Bucs offense has to show up to play. That slow start shit, when they have funks in the middle of a game where they feel like they can't score, it can't be none of that shit. Y'all got to be rolling the whole game to keep up with this Kansas City offense, bro. It can't be no sputters in the middle of the game. It can't be like it was last week.
It has to be a shootout. It has to be a shootout 100%, because once you start slowing the game down, Kansas City going to speed it up. And once they speed it up, you either got to keep up with them or they're just going to run away with it. And I feel offensively, I'm not worried. Antonio Brown is back fully healthy. We still got Mike. He healthy. Godwin healthy. All of our RBs are healthy. Offensively, I'm honestly not worried. Defensively, I just want to make sure we keep the tempo at our pace. That's going to be the key.
Offensively, Ronald Jones or Leonard Fournette, whoever is starting at running back, they have to be the key. It can't be throw all game. It can't be none of that shit. Y'all got to pound the rock, milk that damn clock, and keep that ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands. Because when he get the ball, he going to score, period. I don't care what none of y'all talking about with their defense. Y'all got to milk the clock the same way the Patriots always did when they played against the Chiefs. They milked the clock, and then they were always efficient. They was always efficient. When they had the ball 6 times, they was going to score 4 out of the 6, either field goals or touchdowns. That's how they got to do it, bro. Milk the clock, bro. Keep it out of Mahomes' hands. That's how you win, bro. And that's how the San Fran almost won last year. And that's how the Bucs have to win this year, bro. They have to run the ball. It can't be throw Tom Brady. We got to rely on Tom. Nah, y'all got to run. Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette, y'all got to get this shit going, bro. For real. And I think that's it. Anything else about the Super Bowl?
Can't wait to go out that night. This whole weekend, I'm lit. I'm in the Berg. I'm in Tampa this weekend. So, yeah, it's going to be lit. I got my ticket for Lil Baby. I'm gonna be a Lil Baby club spot after the game over, so it's gonna be lit. Hopefully we win. So I
was about to say, bro, you ain't gonna be depressed after the game.
I would be depressed, but it's like I paid too much money for this ticket to mess up my vibe.
How much you pay for the ticket?
$160.
Damn. And where's that?
Quaysavar. I don't know how to pronounce that shit. Quaysavar. I don't know.
Country Wayne supposed to be there?
No, that's the comedy show on Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to Lil Baby on Sunday.
Oh, okay. Bro, it's gonna be so much traffic, bro. Oh my God, traffic. I'm gonna be down in Tampa, but man, I'm not looking forward to that damn traffic.
Gonna be crazy,
bro.
That
traffic, bro. It's gonna be people coming from Sarasota trying to drive down, niggas coming from up north and Ocala and shit. Oh my God, it's just
it's gonna be a lot of celebrities though, bro. A lot of celebrities.
For sure. We're gonna be feeling like LA.
The comedy show that you talking about is gonna have Country Wayne, Mike Epps, Carlos Miller, who else? It was one other person. Can't think of it off the top of my head though. But that comedy show gonna be lit. It's gonna be a lot of day parties on Saturday and Sunday, I believe. You know, all the rappers gonna be there, all the other athletes and shit, they gonna be there. So Tampa gonna be the spot for real.
We lit all weekend. All right, bro. So I've been hearing a lot of talk about Andrew Luck. It was a story, not a story. It was some messages that came out. I don't know if they're real or not, but it was a situation where the wife of Andrew Luck and somebody who posted messages on Twitter has a mutual friend in between the guy on Twitter and Andrew Luck's wife. And somebody has posted messages that Andrew Luck could be returning to the Colts and that he is having a meeting with Jim Irsay, who I think is the GM of the Colts, on Saturday to potentially talk about his future. I think Andrew Luck hasn't played in a couple of years, so he's well rested. They say he misses the game in the messages. So Andrew Luck, if he comes back, bro, how big is this for the Colts? And do you see them getting back to the Super Bowl if Andrew Luck returns? Because they have the rest of the team, bro.
I honestly don't know, because when Andrew Luck left, it wasn't a I just want to retire type situation.
But he was hurt though. He was banged up.
That's what
he was banged up at the end.
It wasn't a I just want to retire type of leave. It was a mentally I'm damaged and physically I'm too damaged to keep playing. Do I really want to put my eggs in that basket and believe that all of a sudden, I mean, granted, you have been gone like 2 years, but that CTE and those concussions and stuff, that ain't nothing to play with, bro. Especially when you have to think.
Was it concussions that was getting them in trouble?
I think so. That's what I'm saying. Like, do I really want to trust a quarterback that had concussion issues and CTE issues and all that coming back? I don't know, bro.
Man, we was asking those questions about Mahomes. Y'all niggas didn't give a fuck. Mahomes played on Saturday.
No, I care. I was like, I was like you. I was like, it took less than a week for them to find out if he could play or not, when it definitely take longer than that. I had suspicions too. I was like, that's crazy.
And I'm somebody who's real sensitive to when it comes to concussions, because one of my favorite players of all time, Luke Kuechly, had to retire because the same thing. He had a few concussions one season. It's just like, damn, career over in a flash, just like that. He's a Hall of Famer and all that, but still, his career could have been so long if it wasn't for the concussions. So now we look at Andrew Luck now. It's concussions were in the way, but 2 years away from the game, he says he misses it, bro. I would not be surprised if Andrew Luck, and I was already hearing buzz before that he could return, but the messages, like I said, I don't know if they're real or not, but they say he has a meeting this weekend with Jim Irsay, bro. So don't be surprised if Andrew Luck is a Colt by next week. I'm saying. Because if
he does return, I just pray that he stay healthy. And we know talent-wise what Andrew Luck can do. I just hope he can stay in the game and stay consistent.
It's funny because that's their only missing piece, bro. They have everything on offense except the quarterback. Like, we've been having Matt Stafford go to them. I still feel like Dak could go to them if Andrew Luck doesn't return. And we've been talking about all these other quarterbacks. Trubisky, maybe, if they want to throw a dart on Mitch Trubisky. But it's just like they still have no quarterback, bro. So if Andrew Luck returns, that's the guy. This team was really built around Andrew Luck to begin with. So when he left, they were crushed. It's just like, damn, this shit was all built around you. And imagine if Andrew Luck was there for the past couple of seasons. We're looking at the Colts in a completely different light right now. Them niggas probably playing right now. You
probably.
It's like, man. So it's funny how things like that can change like the trajectory of shit in the NFL. It's like, man, one person retiring. That shit crazy, bro. But let's move on to Two Wild Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Best part of the show.
Let's move on. Have a comment here. He said, I don't think it'll be him. Denisha said, I don't think it'll be him. He's gone. He's been gone too long. He's been gone a minute, but he's gonna be fresh though. Denisha, he's gonna be fresh. He's gonna be fresh.
How Andrew Luck is, because
he can't be over. He got to be 30, 31, bro.
31. He's still young. He's 31.
Yeah, he can't be that. And then you got 2 years, so he really still like that 29 type of body. But like you said, it's the concussions that's really getting him though.
Well, we'll see. I just hope if he come back, he's just healthy. That's all I'm hoping for.
Hopefully, boy. Hopefully. Damn, boy, it'd be taking me forever to pull up these 2 Wild Wednesdays. All right, here we go. The first one. If he wins Super Bowl 55, Patrick Mahomes will be the greatest of all time by the end of his career. Too wild or not too wild?
I say not too wild, just off of the fact that you'd be beating Brady. You know, that's always a good Hall of Fame ticket to put in your pocket, especially if it's in the Super Bowl. You know, plus they really have a dynasty right now in Kansas City. Like, they have a dynasty of continuously getting to the AFC Championship and possibly the Super Bowl every year or every other year at this point. So it can happen. I don't think it's too wild to say that. Talent-wise, definitely, this is the greatest talent quarterback, the most talented quarterback since Aaron Rodgers, honestly, if we're being honest, considering all quarterback aspects. So it's not too wild, bro. I can see it.
I just don't want to fall into that trap of calling him like the greatest talent-wise, and then like, because I feel like Aaron Rodgers, you can blame it on who you want to blame it on, but he hasn't lived up to the greatest talent quarterback that we've ever seen because he doesn't have the rings. It's just like, damn, you've been in the league for how long? Aaron Rodgers been playing? Like 13 years.
Right.
It's like, damn, you got one ring and you're the greatest talent quarterback ever. I know Super Bowls aren't a quarterback stat, but it's just like, damn. Like, it's a real like slippery slope when niggas say that, like greatest talent wise, but it's just like, yeah, you got one ring though. It's like,
I understand. I get what you're saying.
It's weird. But for this Mahomes, when this is, yeah, definitely not too wild. I think he's on the track. And look at my next question that I posted. What
was the percentage on that one?
It was 68%, not too wild.
True.
And my next question was this. Will Brady's legacy ever be touched or replicated if he wins his 7th championship with a new team? Yes or no?
Like, when you say touched, do you mean like just passed when you say that?
Touched or replicated, like getting close. Like, are we going to start having people in that same conversation, that same stratosphere of Brady if he wins this 7th championship?
I know I just said not too wild to the Pat Mahomes one, but I have to say not too wild for this one either, if that makes sense. It's like, because we have different GOATs, you know, GOATs of different eras. Patrick Mahomes can be a GOAT, but
I'm talking about the GOAT. Like, Brady
GOAT?
is the GOAT. The cream de la creme. So if he wins his 7th championship, will anybody in history, because I put for my answers, I put yes, but no time soon, and then I put no. Will he ever be touched or replicated again? Because he's going to be in a different stratosphere if he hits 7, especially with a new team.
If he wins this year, this Sunday, if he wins this Super Bowl, I'm going to have to just go and say no. For right now, that question has to be up in the air with me, because right now I would say yes, he can be caught, you know. But if he ends up winning this Sunday with a whole different team, I'm gonna have to say no. I don't think we'll ever see a quarterback like this ever again.
And that's why I put it as the next question, because I think no. If he wins 7, especially one with a new team, when he first got there, it's like, yeah, like nobody touching Brady. But I put this as a next question because it was, even if Brady doesn't win this Sunday, if he stays at 6, is he still going to be touched or replicated when it comes to GOAT? Because he still has 6 Super Bowl rings with what? How many Super Bowl appearances? I don't even know how many this will be. 11?
10. 10? This is 10 right now.
This is 10 with 10 Super Bowl appearances. So will he still be touched even if he loses this weekend? He
can be. If he loses this weekend, he could be touched. And I think Patrick Mahomes is the only option to do so. As much as I love Lamar Jackson, I don't see Lamar doing it. I don't see any other quarterback in the league other than Patrick Mahomes doing it.
You got to have the perfect system around you, bro. None of these players really have the perfect system around them except for Mahomes. So I agree with what you're saying. Mahomes will be the only guy, if he wins this Sunday, that can catch Brady.
And Mahomes is so young, bro. Like, he is second or third AFC championship win leading to a Super Bowl. This is his second Super Bowl appearance in his first 3 years starting. You know, that's crazy. So I feel like he's definitely going to at least get to the Super Bowl 10 times in his career too, based off of the fact he already at 2 this early.
See, that's the conversation I want to hold off on. I want to hold off on that conversation because it's just like we said the same thing about Rodgers. I compare Rodgers and Mahomes a lot, if y'all don't know, but yeah, I just hold off on that. Now hold off on that. All right, Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelce will get over 150 receiving yards in the Super Bowl. The bet of the Super Whoa.
Too wild. Not losing my $5. Too wild.
Not too wild. Y'all already know, bro. Tyreek or Travis Kelce. I said it at the beginning. One of them is going crazy. One of them is going crazy. I think it's going to be Travis Kelce too. And this is 75% not too wild. Really wasn't that many votes. Moving on. Matt Stafford will get the Rams to the Super Bowl by next season. Too wild or not too wild?
Too wild. Not that quick. No.
Yeah, I put the same thing. Too wild. Devin White and Antoine Winfield Jr. will be the greatest linebacker safety duo since Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. Damn, you can tell a Bucs fan put this shit. Too wild, not too wild.
Actually, then I didn't create this one. My friend Josh here from UF, he gave me that one. I want to say.
Oh, that's why a dude followed me today. Okay.
Yeah, he gave me it yesterday. I want to say he DM'd me and he was like, "Bro, if you got room for 2 Hour Wednesday, ask this one." And I was like, I don't know, Bobby Wagner and like Cam
Earl
Chancellor.
Thomas.
Earl Thomas, and it's been a couple other ones. You know what I'm saying? So,
but damn, but up there with Ray Lewis and nobody touching Ray Lewis and Ed still.
Yeah, see, I don't see nobody touching them, but the greatest since them, I don't think it's.
Since them. Okay, yeah, that's definitely Earl and
Devin White and Winfield. It's a possibility because this Bucs defense, bro, has really surprised me. I knew we were good, but I didn't see us being this good, bro. And Devin White is going to be a Hall of Famer. I'm speaking it into existence right now. Ever since this man got to us, Hall of Fame caliber player off rip. He been snubbed for the Pro Bowl like 2 times now, I think, once or twice, but still Hall of Fame worthy. Antoine Whitfield, great draft pick. I feel like he's going to be with us a very long time. So I could definitely see that happening.
And that's my biggest question out of this statement. Like, is Winfield really that guy? Like, Winfield is good. He's a ball hawk. But is he like Ed Reed, like Earl Thomas level type of guy? Do y'all really feel like this with the Bucs?
I don't think it's as evident immediately as it was with Ed Reed and Earl Thomas. Like with those two, especially Reed, it was just, you seen it from day one, from draft day, from college, from Miami. It was like you just knew this. You knew he was going to be Hall of Fame off rip. With Winfield, it was like a lot of people didn't know who he was until he got drafted to us. So the expectation wasn't already there. So I feel like that's why it might take time for people to see that coming. But I feel like it could definitely happen.
Yeah, I put 2 wild because I like I said, I'm just like, is Winfield that guy? Like, I already know Devin White gonna be that guy. I thought he should have been an All-Pro this year, but then he gets snubbed. Him and Levante David get snubbed so much, dog. Like, that shit is ridiculous. Levante David should be like a 5-time Pro Bowler by now, but he just plays for the Bucs.
I'm telling you, if Levante David was on any other team, we would talk about this man. I ain't gonna lie, we would talk about him like Luke Kuechly, like Sean Lee, like all these other linebackers.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah, Sean Lee.
We would definitely talk about him like that, but it's the Bucs, so.
Yeah. And he just hasn't been on winning teams. I think that goes into it too, bro. I think that especially for middle linebackers, you have to be a winner. Because just think about all the greatest middle linebackers, like the Luke Kuechlys, the Ray Lewises, the Patrick Willises, like the Mike Singletaries, the Bobby White is like, they have all been winners, bro. Like they've all won, gotten to a Super Bowl at least, they gotten their team deep in the playoffs. It's just like he just plays for the Bucs. Like, yeah, he gets the stats, but it's like, but this is how others in the NFL look at it. Just like, yeah, your defense or your offense is trash, so you're gonna be on defense a lot, and you're gonna get a lot of tackles because other people on the defense is trash. So it's like, yeah, you're supposed to get a lot of tackles, nigga. Like, yeah, so you're supposed to be doing that. So I feel like he doesn't get that credit because of that and the winning perspective as well. But he's definitely on that caliber. I feel like definitely Sean Lee. I feel like Sean Lee is one of the most overrated players like ever. Like, a nigga had 2 good seasons. Bro, Sean Lee had 2-3 good seasons, bro, and then he wasn't the same guy. And it wasn't because of him. It was just the injuries. Like, that's just how it is.
Oh,
like,
I mean, yeah, that's something he can't control. Really.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't him. Like, that's the injuries. Like, I'm not trying to throw shade at Sean Lee at all. But because he was a good dude, but he wasn't crazy for that long of a period. What's the next one? The Miami Heat will miss the playoffs. 2 wild or not 2 wild?
Not too wild. I think we still 11th or 12th in the East right now, and
Lost to the Hornets, bro. Came back on by the Hornets.
I'm not understanding. I really don't.
Jimmy just came back, so that's a good sign. But damn, bro, we still losing it.
I don't know. It's definitely not too wild to say that right now, especially with some of these trash teams finally looking like they finna make the playoffs. I'm like, yeah.
I still don't believe in a lot of these trash teams.
I don't either, but hey, we being proven wrong right now. So
I put two out for this. I put 2 out. Miami is making the playoffs. I don't give a damn what niggas talking about. Miami is making the playoffs. We just got to get back in rhythm. And I think people are really starting to see that now that Tyler Hero is overrated, because if you watch the game on what was it, Monday, dude was getting attacked on defense by everybody. In fourth quarter and overtime, he was getting attacked. A lot of questions after that game was, damn, is Tyler Hero really that crazy to be getting kept around with the Heat when you could be trading him for Harden, trading him for Bill? So I think some Heat fans, I've already been saying it, but I think other Heat fans starting to come to their senses like, man, maybe Tyler Hero isn't that crazy of a guy to be trying to keep around when it's just like he has deficiencies still when you can be getting these top high-level players.
I don't know, bro. It's just year 2. He just having a little bit of a slump in a particular part of the season. I don't feel like we got to start pressing the panic button yet, especially when this is honestly the first time we will have to hit the panic button. I still love Tyler Hero. I feel like he could definitely be one of the biggest faces of the franchise for the future for the Miami Heat. So I don't see no reason to press the panic button on Hero.
My question is this, bro. Y'all saying this now. So 5 years down the line, and Tyler Hero is averaging, throw a number out there, 19-5. And you look back at all the players that you could have gotten. You could have gotten Harden. You could have got a Bill. You could have got a Levine or Oladipo. And you look back, Tyler Hero giving you 20-5. Good numbers. Damn good numbers. But damn, you could have had some real high-level niggas if you gave him up. Are you cool with that?
Honestly, yeah, because at that point, I'm sure there'll be other people on the team worth trading just as valuable as Tyler Hero. If you want to be honest, like Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero damn near hold the same amount of trade value. If you want to be honest.
Ooh, I wouldn't agree there. I think Tyler Hero is more than Duncan Robinson, just because I think he can do more. Like he can dribble, he can shoot off the dribble, he can take it to the rack better. Like Duncan Robinson, for better or worse, he's just a shooter, but that's a dangerous trait in this NBA, especially when the whole offense revolves around Duncan Robinson. Without Duncan Robinson, I don't know what the Heat offense is really, especially when Jimmy isn't in attack mode.
That's why I feel like they hold the same amount of trade value.
I still wouldn't hesitate to trade both of them for Harden or both of them for a Bill. I still wouldn't hesitate at all, bro. And did you watch the game on Monday, bro? We got another shooter called Max Truss or Max Struss or something like that.
I seen his name on Twitter. I think.
Oh my God, dude was going crazy on Monday, dog. And and this is what I was telling you last week. Miami just does such a good job at developing players, bro, where I'm not upset if we get rid of a Tyler Hero, if we get rid of a Robinson, because they're so good at developing that you can get somebody who doesn't have the name, but is going to give you that same type of production. Like you said, Kendrick Nunn, out of nowhere, he putting up numbers. So and those are just the points I bring up when thinking about trading Hero now. Next one. Bradley Beal has ruined the rest of his career by saying he wants to stay with the Wizards. 2 out or not 2 out?
He's delusional. This man doesn't know what he's saying. Why is anybody believing him? He doesn't want to stay.
Why do you always say ruin, bro? Why you always say ruin? Like
because he's ruining his career. I'm upset. He's ruining his career.
He's having an all-star season, bro. Gonna be all-NBA, 35 points a game?
No, I'm talking as far as being considered for Hall of Fame or just trying to get yourself a championship. You're ruining your career. Now you just love being loyal that much. You just love basketball that much that you don't care about anything. You don't care about winning. Like, and you're clearly frustrated. We seen you damn near crying on the sideline the other night, like sometime last week. You said your team can't guard a parked car. Like, I'm hurting for him. Why is he not hurting the same way that we're hurting? I'm very upset. He's not going to make the Hall of Fame if he stays with the Wizards. I'm just telling y'all that right now. He's not going to have any playoff appearances or wins. Bradley Beal's career is ruined if he stays with the Wizards. I'm done. You can go ahead and talk.
But why are you saying ruin though? Like, why some shit just won't turn around if they get the number 1 pick or some shit like that?
Has not done anything good since Beal has been there. Let's just be 100% honest.
Some teams are just not built to be championship teams, though.
Not even championship playoffs. You can't even make it to the playoffs.
They made the playoffs when Wall and Bill were together healthy. They won't make them playoff runs, bro. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that, bro.
I'm not talking about making the playoffs and hey, we made the playoffs.
They won a series a couple of times, bro. Come on, bro. What are we saying? I think he should get traded too. I feel like he should be on the trading block. I should want to get traded, but I'm not mad at him for wanting to stay. Some people want to go through the good times because
that's terrible.
Some people want to go through the bad times because the good times will feel that much sweeter, bro. Some people have that mentality that the struggle is going to be worth it because the mountaintop is going to feel even better when the shit shakes out. So that's how he's feeling right now, bro. I don't agree with him. I feel like he should be wanting to get traded, but I'm not mad at him for wanting to stay through the bad times. I'm not mad at him. He's getting his numbers. Like I always ask you, what's more important? And Bradley Beal is really answering this question for you. Stats or winning a championship. Bradley Beal is telling you that stats are more important. Getting this money is more important.
What's the point of getting the stats if you ain't even finna get it?
He's leading the league in scoring, getting 35 points per game. How many people can say that?
Okay.
35 points per game. That's some shit Harden was doing. That's some shit MJ does. Kobe. That's only like 4 or 5 niggas that have done that.
I'm thinking of the longevity of it. That's all.
Do I think Bill would be there next year? No. But I'm not mad at him for getting his stats this year. And
what? How are you gonna say you don't think he's gonna be there next year? And he just said he doesn't want to leave.
Niggas say shit. Niggas say shit one day and then switch up the next. Bro, I'm not gonna act like Bradley Beal gonna stick to his word by next season. Remember when Kyrie said he was staying in Boston? Before the season, and after the season, obviously he left. Don't listen to what the players say, bro. Don't listen to what the players say.
That situation was different.
How is it different? How is it different, bro? Kyrie said, "I want to stay before the season." After the season, where he's at? He's at the fucking Nets.
We're dealing with a true loyalty situation with Bradley Beal. As to where with Kyrie Irving, it was like you just got here, so it was like, do we really even care if you're talking about staying or leaving and trying to be loyal or not? Because we already got our franchise players over here. Like, we got our future.
Boston was not thinking that before the season, bro. Boston was like, Kyrie, bro. Boston was like, Kyrie coming back? Oh, yeah. After the season, they was about done with Kyrie. But before the season, them niggas was happy Kyrie was coming back. Because it's Kyrie. Why wouldn't you be happy Kyrie is coming back?
It's Kyrie, but it's like, it's not your team. Like, it's not like your...
But it was his team that year?
No, I'm talking about as far as, like, you weren't drafted there. You don't have true family ties with the team.
You keep trying to say that loyalty shit. You keep trying to bring up loyalty.
I'm just saying, like, I don't agree with this type of loyalty. Like, no, if the organization is putting as much into you as you are to them, then the loyalty is firm. But what the hell Bradley Beal got going on? You're giving your heart to somebody who just doesn't give a fuck and just throwing it at you every time. Like, I don't get it. Like, this is that toxic relationship of they're never treating you right, but you stay anyway because the sex is good. That's honestly the sex. The sex is the stats.
But how many people we see stay in those relationships?
Too many. It's happened to me before.
All right then.
But this has nothing to do with it.
All right then.
But golly, like, this is just it's painful to watch. He was crying on the sideline, and we're supposed to believe that he wants to stay. Okay,
bro, that win against the Nets really changed some feelings, bro. The morale in the locker room, bro. I can feel his morale going up. That win versus the Nets really said something, bro. I'm telling you.
What was the percentage? Let's move on.
That was 64% too wild. So he has not ruined his career.
Oh my God, I can't talk to you,
bro. You said he's gonna ruin his career because of this thing there.
Okay, when Bradley Beal is not considered for the Hall of Fame, I don't want to hear none of y'all crying because y'all gonna be like, damn,
bro. Niggas like Melo are in the Hall of Fame, bro. Niggas like Melo. If you're getting your buckets and getting your stats, that's all niggas look at the end of the day. And he's getting his buckets and getting his stats.
That's terrible.
He's been to the playoffs a couple of times. You feel what I'm saying? He won a couple of playoff series. Come on, bro. We're not gonna knock his Hall of Fame status because he's going through a bad season.
Only been in the All-Star game 2 years.
It's gonna be the 3rd year. How many years do you need to be in there? How many times was Grant Hill now got in the Hall of Fame? Not Hall of Fame, but the All-Star game.
I don't know.
6?
I'm about to say that's a real random.
Six times? Probably 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, 6 or 7. That's good.
That's 4 more years. If he keeps doing this for 4 more years, he in there. He's in there.
Assuming.
What you mean I'm assuming? He's going to do the same type of shit. He's going to do the same type of shit, bro. He should have been an all-star last year. He getting snubbed, and he in the East. That's all I'm going to say, bro. That's all I'm going to say. What was my next one?
I'm not going to free him anymore because he doesn't want to be free. I'm not.
He can't be in the segment anymore, bro. He can't be in the segment. De'Aaron Fox will be an all-star this season.
Too wild.
Not too wild. I think it's a lot of people.
Who not think? Actually, no. I can't even ask you that because we're gonna give our all-star picks next week. So I ain't gonna ask you who you would pick them over yet.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. It's a lot of people that I feel like people would pick over De'Aaron Fox when he's having an all-star season. People will probably put Ja over a De'Aaron Fox. I wouldn't. They have like damn near the same type of record. And I feel like De'Aaron is playing better and more impactful for his team.
That's low-key different. When it's really like a stat type of situation where you really have to look at all the numbers, that's a different situation. But
you gotta think about the Western Conference, bro. Harden left. Luka hasn't having his best season. He's still gonna get in there, but he's not having his best season. Klay Thompson ain't playing. And it's Chris Paul. Is Chris Paul gonna get in there?
Yes. Yes.
Chris Paul had a big game the other day, but is Chris Paul getting in there?
Yes.
Over Devin Booker?
They're both getting in. What are you talking about?
Bro, they're an 8th seed in the West. Both of them can't be getting in, bro. Both of them can't be getting in. I'm putting De'Aaron Fox over one of them. I swear to God, I'm putting De'Aaron Fox over Chris Paul. I'm putting De'Aaron Fox over Chris Paul, bro. I don't give a damn what niggas talking about.
We're gonna do it next week. We'll see.
That's if you want to know, get a sneak preview of next week. I'm putting De'Aaron Fox over Chris Paul. If that's what it comes to.
Now watch Chris Paul have like 5 raw ass games.
That's what I'm saying. Like some bullshit like that gonna happen.
And then he gonna
I want to read my nigga stat line off because he been going crazy, bro. And we thought the Kings were going to be the one team that was going to really flatline and be like last in the West. And they're still battling like they do every year because of him. It's like, man, everybody else on this team is doing all right. Tyrese Halliburton, he's doing good, playing above expectations. But nobody else playing crazy for real. They stay above water because of him. All right, bro, let me look at his stats because he's been going crazy.
Even if it's not down to stats, I feel like just name-wise.
Because he's averaging, and that's what it's going to be. That's what could hold De'Aaron Fox out because of the name. And I hate that shit about the All-Star contest. Because he's putting up the numbers, bro. 38-12, 30-6, 24-4, 22-7, 25-7, 43-13, 29-6-6, 21-5-9. I just read off 8 of his past 10 games, and he's averaging 22, 3, and 6 for the season. Better numbers than Ja Morant. He's played more games than Ja Morant. Come on, bro. If y'all gonna put Ja over him, because I'm hearing a lot of people saying they rocking with Ja. If y'all gonna put Ja above him, it's like, come on, bro. If you're gonna put Chris Paul in him,
the Ja comparison is understandable. But
let me look up Chris Paul.
Name-wise, CP3 probably gonna get in.
Chris Paul is averaging 16.6, so 17-9 and 5.
You're playing next to Devin Booker, so I understand that's why you have less than 20 points in game.
I understand it's a popularity contest, bro, but when are the little guys going to get the credit they deserve?
I'm totally with you. I'm just telling you what's probably going to happen.
It hurts my heart.
You're not wrong. I'm just saying.
It hurts my heart, bro.
We know how the voting is, so
it just hurt my heart, bro. Because little niggas like De'Aaron Fox who be killing every year. It was the same thing with Mike Conley. Mike Conley was putting up the numbers, getting his team to the in a high seed in the West, and the nigga still getting no credit. And that's how I feel about the Kings. All right, let's move on to the next one. Dak Prescott will be a Chicago Bear next season. Too wild or not too wild?
Not too wild. Couldn't think of too many other places for him to go.
Yeah, and I think was that it?
There was a few more after that, but I don't know if you want to read them all.
What you had put after that? I want to see that
one. After that one, it was definitely another. Oh, the Brooklyn one on who would you want to control the game in the last 2 minutes?
Oh yeah. So I did want to dive into that. So what was the question there, fool?
If you were the Nets, who would you want to control the game in the last 2 minutes of a close game?
Yeah, that was a good question. That was a good question.
Out of KD, Kyrie, and Harden, out of those three, who would you want to control the game in the last 2 minutes?
So I had said Kyrie. I have put Kyrie because I feel like Kyrie is the clutchest player and the player that he wants the ball in those type of moments. Not like the other two don't, but Kyrie gonna go and get that damn ball. KD ain't gonna press nobody to get the ball. He's not gonna go and beg for the ball. If you passing the ball, he gonna get a bucket. But Kyrie gonna go and get it. Kyrie gonna score the bucket. He has the most confidence in himself that he's gonna get the job done. And what I'm seeing right now at the end of games, Kyrie is the one killing. Kyrie is the one being the aggressor. Kyrie is the one getting these buckets at the end of games. So Kyrie is the one I would want control of. And we've seen his pedigree with last second shot in the finals. And
I also chose Kyrie just based off of everything that you said. I was really surprised that nobody voted for James Harden on that poll. Like nobody, unless
because of his reputation.
Unless I just haven't looked at it over the past hour or two, but nobody since I looked at it from earlier today voted James Harden. And I'm like, damn, it was the fact that KD was leading the poll. And I'm like, I hope they don't think I mean who would take the last shot. Who would take the last shot is totally different from who is controlling the game. You know, and I totally agree. Kyrie is definitely the person I would have controlling the game, like going off of the screens and just really being the floor general in those last 2 minutes. So that's why I chose Kyrie.
Yeah, I feel like James Harden wasn't getting picked because more of the reputation he has for coming up short in the clutch. James Harden is getting the reputation for the person you want in the first 46 minutes. And in the last 2 minutes is like, all right, let him give it to somebody else. That's why Chris Paul was so good. And that's why having somebody like a KD and a Kyrie is good because that pressure won't be on him to have to come through in those moments. So he has two guys now. So he really has no excuse to get the job done in the clutch.
I was really shocked by the amount of KD votes. I'm like, damn, y'all trust KD to just control the game like that? I mean, taking the last shot, oh, hell yeah. Out of them three, I want KD to take the last shot over both of them.
See,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
See, I would still say Kyrie with that. I honestly still would say Kyrie with that, bro. I would still say Kyrie with it. Even last shot.
Really wrong. No answer is wrong. It's just how would you prove your point with that?
Because of his pedigree and what I know he can do. Like in the clutches of situations, bro, I've seen Kyrie get a bucket. And no matter, and he can get his bucket however he wants it. He can get a three if he wants to. He can get a mid-range. You're not going to dictate what type of shot he takes. He's going to dictate it because of his handle. He can get whatever he wants on the court. KD, he's so unguardable, so he's going to take whatever he feels like, but it's just like, I don't get the same feel. Kyrie hit a game winner in the finals to seal the championship. So I'm going to just rock out with that memory when I say Kyrie. That's really what it is. And that's why I say Kyrie in those moments. So why would you say KD? Just KD because he's unguardable?
KD for the last shot, yeah, KD just because he's one of the greatest scorers we've ever seen. Possibly the greatest scorer. Yeah, I'm about to say, if you really want to get technical, the greatest scorer we've ever seen.
But I don't know, bro. For some reason, I'm still feeling Kyrie. I say all that greatest scorer, and I'm still feeling Kyrie.
Is it? I'm not mad at you for saying that because I know we don't like to throw the Mamba mentality around a lot, but Kyrie is one of those players, one of the very,
and that's what it is. And that's what it is.
Truly say has that mentality of get the hell out the way. This is my show right now. KD don't give me that vibe. KD is like, if I get the ball, I get it. If I don't, I don't. With Harden, it's like Harden will tell everybody to get out the way, but if Harden cold, he cold. Like ain't no other way to put it. If Kyrie cold with the three, he going and then get to the basket. You know, if he can't get to the basket because there's too many bigs, he gonna turn around, shoot that fadeaway. You know, it's too many. Like you said, it's too many ways that Kyrie can use his arsenal to beat you. So I ain't dissing Kyrie with it, but I just got to go with KD. 7 foot wingspan, can just literally shoot from anywhere. Nobody can guard him. I'm going with KD.
Tough question because I feel like earlier in the season I was saying KD, but now I'm just looking at it, and I think it really is that mentality to like, bro, I'm finna get this ball. No matter what KD talk about, KD could be yelling in my ear that he want the ball. Kyrie still finna like, fuck that nigga. Like, I'm finna get this bitch and I'm finna go, my nigga. And he got that confidence in himself, and that confidence translates to buckets. Truly it does. And we've seen it in these games when all three have been playing. Kyrie gets the ball and he makes some shit shake, period. We haven't seen last second shot type shit yet, but still at the end of a game, it's like Kyrie getting.
We only seen one last second shot scenario, and that was way early in the season with Kyrie and
that's when they both missed.
KD and Harden. I think that was. I think it was KD and Harden.
That was KD and Kyrie. You talking about when they both missed?
I thought that was KD and Harden. I thought Kyrie ain't come back yet.
Now that was early in the season, bro. When KD and Kyrie, they both missed game winners, and then everybody was talking about Kyrie because he had said something about LeBron or some shit.
Oh yeah. That is right. That is right. We've only seen one instance where that happened, but I highly doubt playoff time or finals time. I doubt a brain fart like that would happen.
Yeah. All right, bro. Let's move on to this LeBron situation. LeBron and courtside Karen. So situation was LeBron was just hooping as usual, and the white lady was screaming at him because I guess LeBron was quote unquote talking shit to her husband, is what I heard.
The story is the lady's courtside Karen. It's the fact that her real name has not been said at all.
I don't even know her real name.
I really don't know her real name. Even when I watched the video she posted, like I couldn't tell her real name. But apparently her husband has had beef, quote unquote, with LeBron James.
I've seen shit since like 2014 type shit.
Yeah, like he been posting about LeBron and shit like that. So, and I think this isn't the first time that they've said something to each other at a game either. So this particular time, I guess they were just talking trash to one another. And LeBron even said it in the post-game press conference. He was like, we was just talking shit. Like it wasn't no shit to where it was like, hey, you got to get kicked out. Because LeBron didn't even think they needed to get kicked out. It was just the fact that they made that decision. They ain't had nothing to do with me. But
LeBron's such a professional. I wouldn't want them niggas kicked out.
She stepped in a situation where you ain't had no business stepping in. It's like it's between me and your husband, and we just men talking shit with sports. Like just let it be. But once she stepped in, and I think she had alcohol in her system too, so she was probably just talking reckless. And LeBron was then should have got Savannah on her ass. I ain't even gonna lie. I was looking for Savannah like, what my dog at? She supposed to be.
I feel like she got kicked out only because it was Black History Month. It was Black History Month, and we not tolerating that bullshit in Black History Month, bro. We not tolerating that shit, bro. We not tolerating that. If it was any other month, she probably would have been able to stay and all that bullshit. But it was Black History Month. They said, hell nah, bro. We standing with the power today.
Yeah, and get
this nigga out of here.
It was the fact that I think she said he called her a bitch or something like that. And somebody tweeted and was like, LeBron calling white women bitches and getting them kicked out to start Black History. I was like, what?
That shit was funny. Bro, he called the dude. Bro, he called the dude like old steroid ass or some shit like that.
I
don't
know what
some type of steroid head. That shit was hilarious.
He was snapping on the lady for sure.
Bro, that shit was funny, bro. Because I think they ended up winning the game. They got kicked out. Lady was making a whole bunch of Instagram lives after the damn game.
Well,
and shit
honestly,
like that.
I think why they kicked her out was because I think she was going to continue to stand up and say something every time LeBron got on that side of the court. And I think the ushers and them, they were like, no, if you're going to keep doing this, we have to kick you out. Because she just said that one thing and then that was it. And she stayed sitting down the rest of the time, they probably wouldn't have kicked him out. But she kept pulling her mask down. She kept standing up, trying to curse him out every time he came by. I was like, yeah, I don't blame them for kicking her out at that point.
I don't even think they wear masks. Like them niggas, everybody on the sideline was maskless, courtside maskless. That shit don't make no sense to me.
She had hers on. Her husband had his on too. The clips that I was seeing, the only people that didn't have masks on were the refs and the players. Everybody else I seen had masks on.
Man, the clips I seen, bro, them niggas did not have masks on, bro. Them niggas was courtside and maskless, my nigga. And it doesn't make sense to me because I've seen in other videos, most of the people do wear their mask. But if you're courtside that close, I don't even want you putting your mask down, my nigga. You too close to the prize objects and the players to be even risking that. And I honestly don't even know why they're that close to the game. Like, bro, it's too much risk in that. Like, come on, bro. Yo, why y'all can't have them like in like the first level, like of the stands? Like, why them niggas have to be like courtside? Like, I feel like way too close to me. I don't know.
We sooner or later we got to do a trial run of trying to get things back to normal. So might as well right now.
I mean, but this ain't even a trial run. Like
while we doing this vaccine stuff and everything, let's try to take steps to get it back to normal. If we have a situation, and all these NBA players have been testing negative, so if everybody keep testing negative, And it ain't no problem with having people courtside. Let's keep having people courtside because we got to take steps eventually to try to get back to quote unquote normal.
They got to start doing that shit where you got to have documentation. Like, show you got documentation of a vaccine or something before you come in. Like, you just can't be coming in.
Or at least a negative test or something like that.
Yeah, like, you just can't come in willy-nilly just with a mask on. Like, nah, nigga, I ain't trusting that shit. You heard about that shit about Miami. Like, they was going to have, like, COVID sniffing dogs or some shit like that for a game. They said they were going to have COVID sniffing dogs. So if you walked in, like, I guess COVID niggas have a certain smell to them that the dogs would get it.
That don't sound real.
Yes, bro. It was a real article, my nigga. A legit article, bro. I want to say it was New York Post, Miami Tribune, some shit like that. One of them shits. It was definitely about that. He definitely have COVID sniffing dogs.
If a dog sniffs me and says I have COVID when I clearly have tests that say I'm negative, somebody getting their ass beat. Because I
don't know what type of dog that is, dog. If you sniffing COVID, like, how do we know this dog don't got COVID? Can pets get COVID?
A tiger caught it, so shit.
That's what I thought. I thought pets can catch it because I was like, what if this nigga smelling everybody for COVID and this nigga got COVID? Like, he can't smell. Like,
he's smelling but
yeah, it was a weird article when I read it, bro. But it's shit definitely real. If you go to the Miami game, definitely gonna get sniffed.
Don't care.
You definitely gonna get sniffed if you go to a Miami game. All right, bro. What else we got for Q&E Sports? Anything else? I think that's it.
Sports wise, yeah. Shit. Oh, once again, shout out to for the Buccaneers. Shout out to all the assistant coaches and all the black coaches on the coaching staff. Shout out to the women too, but mainly just the black coaches since it's Black History Month. We making history with the amount of minority coaches we're gonna have in the Super Bowl, and Todd Bowles and Byron Leftwich. They both are outstanding coaches and do deserve head coaching jobs if they want them. So just shout out to them and shout out to the Bucs for taking that opportunity to be the first team to have that type of monumental status.
Yeah. And shout out to Fred VanVleet, bro. He had 54 last night.
Yeah.
Come on. Who would have expected this out of Fred VanVleet, bro? Because I damn sure wouldn't have. I thought he should have got drafted. But
I love Fred VanVleet because when they was in the finals, I was telling everybody, VanVleet, that dude, for real. If I'm the Raptors, I'm keeping VanVleet. Did I think it would get to this point where he just going to start hitting 54 on certain nights and stuff? No, I ain't seen this. I definitely seen him as a piece worth keeping.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be a cool little piece that showed up in the playoffs, but he's consistent. He giving you 20-something a night.
Right.
Like, I never would have seen this for VanVleet coming out of school. Like, yeah, he was good at Wichita State, but to see 54 pointers, like, come on, bro.
The highest
franchise record.
Yeah, and I think it's the highest score for somebody who's undrafted.
Probably is too. I think he had like 11 threes last night.
Yeah, they said that's what it was. Franchise record and the highest score for an undrafted NBA player.
Shout out to Fred VanVleet, bro. Dude going crazy. I think the Raptors are climbing up the playoff rankings. I don't know where they're at right now. Let me look at the playoff rankings actually. See what's actually going on.
I think isn't Philly still number one? Right.
Philly probably still number one. I think the Jazz were at number one at some point this week. Look at this, bro. The Heat about to lose to the Wizards. I don't know what the fuck going on in Miami.
I told you, it's not too wild. They might not make it.
I don't know what's going on in Miami. It's really
actually no. This is gonna boost Bradley Beal's confidence even more. That
exactly, bro. You sleep.
It's a gift and a blessing with that game. God, I mean, it's a
Raptors 10th place. It's funny because the Heat only a game out of like 8th place. But they about to lose again, so they're gonna drop another game. So it's
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
This rankings is just like it feels so upside down to me. Like I couldn't have predicted how the rankings are shaking out right now. The Grizz are 6th in the West when John Morant missed like 6 games.
I'm sure my predictions are gonna be terrible.
Yeah, because the Jazz are still number 1, the Clippers number 2, and the Lakers are 3rd in the West. It's only about like a half a game, but the Jazz number 1.
Telling you, Jazz for real.
Don't say that bullshit to me.
We ain't been this whole time. Hey, what the Browns said? The Browns is the Browns. The Jazz is the Jazz. That's what they're finna say. I'm telling you right now.
Niggas trash. All right, bro. Let's move on to entertainment and current events. You brought it up at the beginning of the episode. NCAA return.
Yes.
Let's clap it up.
Yes.
Let's clap it up for NCAA. Yes, sir.
Yes.
We needed this.
Ooh,
we needed this. EA really doesn't know how much money they lost giving away. I understand it was a lawsuit and all that bullshit, but they lost so much money. Like, bro, I fuck with NCAA more than any other sports game. Any other sports game. Like, I was playing NCAA 14 in 2018 still. Like, I was loving that game that much, bro. So I'm so happy that they're bringing this back, bro. What was your first reaction to the news yesterday?
I was so happy, bro. My first reaction, I'm like, finally we get college games again. Like, this is just crazy, bro. I was so excited. I'm really hoping that they don't make it like Madden. Please do not make this
make it like Madden.
Oh my God, they make it like I'm gonna cry if they make it like Madden.
They really just gotta make it like the old one. If you give us the old one, I'm cool.
Just update graphics and put everything else the same. Keep everything else, just literally like picking up an old game and putting it in the system, and then it just updates the graphics. That's all we need y'all to do.
That's it, bro. And give us that little recruiting messages that have like the iPhone note, because that's what niggas do now. That's all you need. That little update is cool, and I'm cool. I'm cool with it, bro.
I don't need nothing else changed. I don't need no yard like how Madden got the yard and shit. Now that's cool for Madden, but for NCAA, no, we don't need that. No, none of that. Keep it real.
All we need is the damn franchise mode where you can create your dynasty. You can create your player to play now, and that's it. And to create your superstar, whatever. When you can, like, you start in high school and then you go to college. And shit. That's all. That's what I used to play the whole time. That's the dynasty. Come on, bro. Keep that shit in the game, bro.
And online, they can add online. I ain't gonna be mad if you add online.
I think online was at like in 14. I think online was in 14.
It was.
Online was in 14.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because by then we had PS3 and all.
Yeah. Bro, oh my goodness.
PS4 too. So yeah.
Bro, niggas was bringing up so many memories yesterday when talking about the NCAA, because niggas was talking about doing the dynasty mode, and what you see
Road to Glory and everything.
Yeah, bro, you used to create a player and shit, and the player didn't go to your school in that dynasty mode. That was a different level of pain. I'm telling y'all, that was a different level of pain.
I made this player so raw, just feeling like the school I
was. 99 overall, my nigga.
I'm trying to make everybody go to Florida.
Like, this nigga Florida, bro. You be putting in that nigga on the schedule. All right, bitch. I'm gonna play Texas next week. Got your ass. I got something for your ass, nigga. I got something for you. Man, I used to be that hurt. But I'm so happy this game is back, dog. We needed it.
Another game that people was saying should be brought back was NFL Street.
NFL Street.
NFL Street with all the players that we got now, like OBJ and Lamar Jackson.
NFL Street was lit.
Like,
but I feel like some games I feel like should be left in the past because they were so. And I feel like that's a game that should really be left in the past during that time period. That game and street home court, all the street basketball, street football games was fire.
Right.
But I feel like that's some things that you can really leave in the past. Like NFL Street was fire, but all right, let's move on to something different. You feel what I'm saying? Like NCAA was some shit that will always be fire, but NFL Street feel like that was just for that time period.
Yeah, for that time period, I do agree. It was like, don't try to remake that. That for that time was just too great.
Cause then I'm not gonna feel the same way about the franchise because I have so many good memories about it. And if you reboot it and it's not the same feeling, it's just like, you could have kept this in the tuck. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, yeah. So
the new kids just gonna have to miss out. They just gonna have to
or just get. I see a lot of people buying old game consoles.
I want to do that. I want to buy old systems and just buy a bunch of old games.
I see a lot of people doing that, bro. And you can just do that. The games.
I don't know where my PlayStation 2 is. I'm pretty sure my dad got it in storage somewhere. If I find my PS2, oh yeah, it's over with,
bro. Oh my god! Because just bringing up NFL Street. That game was lit, bro. We used to have Vic, all them. Oh my god, that shit was so lit. That shit used to be lit, but I gotta leave it in the past. That shit was lit though, my boy. That shit was definitely lit. What other game would you want to see return though? I remember NCAA basketball was lit too. NCAA basketball was lit. I remember the one with
I like football better, but NCAA basketball.
Football was definitely better. Yeah. But I had the game with I want to say that was 2K7 that had JJ Redick on the cover. That shit was fire. I used to play with Duke all the time. JJ Redick could not miss. And then I had the one with Kevin Love on the cover. I want to say that was NBA Live or College Live 08. Those games, you don't have to bring it back, but it will be a nostalgic feeling like, damn, this shit lit.
I don't know. I just feel like with 2K, there's so many ways they can expand 2K at this point to where will we really need a college basketball game? I don't know.
Niggas getting tired of the regular 2K though. So I feel like it would bring a fresh perspective or a fresh game to it.
People getting tired of 2K at this point because it's not really 2K anymore. Like,
it's not.
Here's what 2K is. 2K has turned into NBA Street. It's just they don't play like NBA Street. They play like 2K, but nobody actually plays with real teams anymore.
It's too much story.
Yeah, it's way too much story for the create your player shit, definitely. But nobody literally just plays exhibition games anymore. Like when we were kids, we used to play real exhibition games.
Because that's how you got your skill points.
And on our own time, we'll do our My Career stuff. But now, kids, when they put 2K in, they don't play exhibition games with the real teams. They go straight to my park with their player.
And they buy VC.
Yeah, and
that's don't even know how to grind. These niggas don't know how to grind.
They don't know how to build.
Bro, you used to have to grind to get to an 80. I mean, they used to start you off at like a 55, like a 60.
Yeah, 55.
What was that? Was that 2K10? That was on Kobe on the cover. They started you off at like a 60 or 55, and you had to grind your way up. Was really no BC. Like, nigga, it was skill points.
Literally had to play a full 82 season game.
Yeah, man. If you wanted to be raw, like, bro, come on, dog. You had to really be that dude. Like,
from an A- to a C+ real quick off of one. Off of one play.
Facts, bro.
Turn that ball over if you want to. Great going down.
Because I realized those were the best 2Ks, bro. When it wasn't that much story, you just had to. I remember the dude used to talk to you before you played the game. It used to have like a little training camp, and then it was the games. That was it. That was cool with me.
2K10 to 2K15, that was prime to me. That's honestly was the prime to me.
Because that's when next gen just came out, so it was new. So yeah. Yep, I felt the same way. About 15, that's when I started getting tired of it too.
After when they got to 16, I was like, this straight. Everything after 16, I'm like, no, I'm not touching it. I ain't played 2K for real since 2K15. 2K
is the reason I don't have a console anymore. True shit. 2K Madden the reason I don't have consoles. I'm about to buy a PS5 or Xbox. I don't care what I get, but I'm gonna get a new console just for this, just for NCAA. I'm gonna get a new console, bro.
I gotta get the P5. I have to. It's just
P5 so exclusive, man. It don't make no sense. PS4s were not this exclusive. Why are you making P5s this exclusive? I don't know.
I think it's the hype. It's the hype around.
Is it because we can't go in stores?
That ain't got shit to do with it.
Oh, it don't got shit to do with
it. The way they could just literally make a shit ton and just let us order everything that y'all was gonna put in the store, just let that be online on top of the stuff that you were already gonna have online. Like, I don't get it. They're making excuses.
But I feel like it's good marketing at the end of the day because they're raising the demand. They're raising the demand of it, bro. Yeah.
The fact that barely anyone has one, like, it makes you want it more.
And that's why I'm like, I wouldn't be mad if I get a P5, not a P5, but with an Xbox. Because I'm like, bro, everybody gonna be stressing over that. I'm gonna just walk into the store.
No, I ain't switching up. Nah, no, I ain't gonna do that.
I was an Xbox niggas already. No. Have I ever left Xbox? I've never left Xbox.
Yeah,
I was about to switch up to a P5.
I can't trust y'all that got both. I can't trust y'all.
Oh, who got both?
No, I'm saying you've had both in your past.
Oh yeah. I can't do the both. I can't do the both. I was about to switch over to P5 though. P5 came out. I was like, I'm about to switch over to P5 because all my niggas about to be on P5. But I'm like, I don't know.
That shit crazy. PlayStation to the day I die. Shout out to my brother Darrell. He loved Xbox. He Xbox forever. I remember he had the very first Xbox. The very first Xbox.
Lit.
I ain't gonna lie. The very first Xbox was lit, but P4 just Sony always gonna be better than Microsoft. I promise you.
That's true. Cause y'all be having the exclusive games and shit. Like Xbox be lagging with that shit. They really be lagging with that.
They're just getting now to where they're starting to make compatible games for Xbox and PlayStation, where it just used to be for PlayStation. I think the only thing Xbox had that PlayStation didn't was Halo.
Yeah, Halo. Halo used to be lit back in the day too, but I don't know why they stopped making Halo. They kind of came with all these Call of Duties and shit. I'm like, that Halo was definitely the original from all this shit.
Maybe they feel like that's the same way they feel like NFL Street for the time that Halo was in its prime. We just don't need to do it no more. It is what it is.
I feel it.
Because now you got Fortnite, you got Warzone.
It's so many. It's so many. Yeah.
You got Apex. You got all these other games that you could literally download for free and just pay to add on shit and everything. Like Halo would just be for no reason at this point.
But let me ask you this, bro, because obviously in the past with the NCAAs, the players, I don't think the players had their right names, but you still could tell who was who on the football field with the old NCAAs. But they said this is not going to have any relation to what the actual players are on the actual school teams. So do you think that will make a difference, or it's going to be fine either way?
It'll be fine in a sense of that's kind of how it was in the first place. You didn't really know who. You could tell.
I was about to say I could definitely tell. I could definitely
tell who was who, but I don't know. I just feel like, for example, Alabama. You know Alabama going to be raw regardless because they Alabama. I feel like the way they're going to rate these teams, they're going to rate them properly based off of what we've seen as far as like actual play. But I feel like one thing they should do, they should at least put the names on the jerseys in the game. I just feel like they should at least do that.
What you mean? Like the real players' names?
Yeah, I feel like they should put the real players.
Oh, no. Then, they said they're not going to have anything with players or likeness because of the lawsuit.
I just feel like that's lame.
It's going to be fake names, fake numbers, all that shit going to be fake.
Don't do fake names. I'd rather you just have no names on the jerseys. Just no names, period.
And it was like that in before. They have like fake names. Like it used to be like I remember Percy Harvin used to be like Wes Johnson or some shit. Like it didn't matter to me because I knew it was Percy, but it was like nigga named Wes Johnson. Okay?
No, see that's stupid. I'd rather you just not have names. I'd rather you not have names.
Yeah, like you know who that nigga is at the end of the day.
Nah.
And I feel like they're gonna come out with niggas are creative nowadays. They're gonna come out with some type of mod or something like that where it's gonna be like the real players. Like it's gonna be like mod where you're like, okay, that's Devontae Smith. Like, okay, that's Joe Burrow. Okay, bet. And I feel like that's what really made the game fun to me. Because even though they didn't have their real names in the past, I knew who the players was. I wanted to play with certain players. Like my favorite players in college football, I wanted to play with them. So whatever team they played for, I wanted to play with them. So I feel like if you don't have that, that would take away from it a little bit. I still would be excited, but I feel like that would take away from it a little bit, though. All right, bro, let's move on to this. Y'all made Chloe cry. Give us the rundown on this situation because I really don't know too much.
Chloe is basically fine as fuck. Knows she fine as fuck, and she grown now, and she wanted her own social media to just flaunt herself and just feel beautiful and just show everybody she's comfortable as her own individual and just being sexy on her own. And you just got social media people just talking shit. Like, I don't know, just acting like she's still a kid or just acting like she doing too much and blah, blah, blah. And y'all made Chloe cry. Like, one thing y'all not finna do is mess with them. First off, I don't know why Chloe was crying anyway. The way I would have called y'all broke and ugly so fast, oh my God. I got Beyonce co-signing me. I don't give a damn what any of y'all say. Yeah. Beyonce thinks I'm beautiful and she sponsors me. So
yeah, Beyonce definitely my auntie. Y'all definitely tripping. Yeah,
I'm literally,
and that's why I didn't understand it either. Like I didn't understand why she was crying. It's like, okay, you came out with the videos, videos was fire. Like, why are you crying now?
She was just saying how much she appreciates all the people who know how it feels to find self-love with yourself. That's why she was crying. But we knew that generated from the type of comments we were seeing her get. You've seen a lot of comments like, oh shit, Chloe fine, like she finally like showing herself off, but you also seen a lot of negative comments at the same time. And she was crying because it's like, I love myself and I love showing myself off. And shout out to all the people who have self-love problems that are trying to get that right in their head. But y'all not gonna make her cry. Like, no. Like if Chloe ain't gonna beat your ass, Halle gonna do it for her. Right after Halle done shooting the Little Mermaid, she finna gonna beat y'all ass.
She shooting that right now?
I think so.
She finna kill that shit, boy. She finna kill that shit so crazy. I wanna know how that's really going to come out. Because yes, I'm happy that they have a black Little Mermaid, but it's just like, how will it look? Aren't they gonna have a black Elsa as well?
I have no idea. Somebody said Monique need to play.
No, didn't they say Queen Latifah was playing somebody?
I know. I think they said Queen Latifah, but I'm just saying. So I seen somebody say Monique. You know, like
Oh,
I was like,
I know
wow.
who you're talking about. I think that her name was Elsa or Ulsa, some shit like that.
Yeah, Elsa, not Elsa. Elsa.
Yeah, Ulsa. Yeah. So, I don't know, but yeah, I didn't know too much about that situation. I just seen she was crying, but yeah, shame on y'all crying because that girl doing her thing, expressing her sexuality.
Exactly.
We want more of that. Like niggas is bashing. We want more.
Hey, all these buses, silhouettes, and crybabies. And y'all really finna talk negative if y'all don't let these beautiful black women do what they do, and just y'all making me mad. Next topic.
All right, bro. Let's move on to this T.I. and Tiny allegation. So I think you have more information on it than I do, bro. Dive into it for us.
Basically, T.I. and Tiny, they freaks. They like having extra.
That's how you started off.
They like having extra people involved in their sexual life, whether it's threesomes or whatever they be doing. That's their sexual life, their marriage agreement on how they want to be in the bedroom. But there's been allegations and claims made that by certain women that they have been drugging people and like just mistreating people that they've been doing it with, I guess, and making them have sex with them against their free will and whatnot. There's been multiple people, like 10 to 14 people that came out and said something like this, if I'm not mistaken. So I didn't really know how to feel about it when I heard about it. Granted, we do know T.I. been kind of weird with how he act with his daughter and everything, with how she go to the gynecologist and get checked and all that shit. But neither T.I. nor Tiny give me, like, I'm not saying Bill Cosby did it.
I was about to say, don't say it, bro. Don't say it, bro. Because you can say the same thing about R. Kelly. R. Kelly don't like that type of nigga that.
They don't get
hey.
vibes or none of that. Like, plus when T.I. came out with his statement and basically said, like, yeah, me and my wife be doing that type of stuff, but everything we've done has been consensual. When he said that, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to just believe all these random ass people yet that just came out. Because there was a lot of people that just randomly came out of nowhere. I'm like, what the hell? Like, it's not like one person said it and then 3 months later another person said it. It was like within 2 to 3 days, all these motherfuckers just came out and said the same shit. I'm like, what? Like,
yeah, because I found out about all of them in the same day. So I'm like, damn, like 14 people like came out with the same story. Because they said that the stories were basically the same day. That's why I don't believe it. It could be true. I'm not gonna say T.I. ain't that type of nigga, type of shit like that, but I just truly don't know because it just feels fixed or manufactured. Like all y'all came out with the same story on the same day. It's the same thing with the R. Kelly situation. Yes, R. Kelly is a disgusting individual, but did he rape all of the people?
That's what alleged? All the people. I ain't gonna say that now. I ain't gonna say that.
So it's like some things you can believe and some things you can't. So it's like some of those people probably did get mistreated. But it's like, damn, 14 of y'all all coming out on the same day with the same story. It's just like, I feel like y'all niggas was in the same group chat or some shit and just made up some shit trying to get some money out of T.I. and Tiny. Like, I don't know.
He said, like, if y'all want to, like, really sit down and tell everybody what's been happening, I'm down for that. I'm cool. Like, the fact that T.I. ain't being quiet and not running away from it right off the bat, that kind of makes me feel like, okay, like, it must be some truth to what he's saying because usually you see the artist just be quiet and just like
he was quiet at the beginning though.
No, it only took him like what, a day or so maybe to actually say something.
I think it was more than that. It said T.I. ain't never been this quiet on the social media topic.
I think Tiny said something first. I think Tiny said something first. I can't remember, but even though he not saying nothing frequently, he at least came out and said something. So I don't know. I ain't really finna sit here and say he did it yet. But if he did, if him and Tiny did do that shit and like drugging people and all that type of stuff, shame on them. That's not cool at all. They need to be prosecuted if they did do that. But if they didn't, we can't just let people continue to get accused of shit they did not do.
All right. Sabria King, all lies. They are too invested in their kids to do anything like this. I can't see them doing something like this. Somebody was mad and trying to get clout. That's what I'm saying. Somebody trying to get some cheese out of them. That's how I'm feeling too.
Thank you, Tabria. I totally agree.
I feel like they're trying to get some money out of T.I.
Like I said, if it was only like 2 to 3 people that said something, I'd be like, in these type of situations, the smaller the numbers, the more believable it is. Once it gets to 15, 30 plus people, I'm like,
damn, Bill Cosby had a lot of niggas too now. Bill Cosby had a lot of them niggas on his list.
With Bill Cosby, it's like, I don't believe Bill Cosby did this with everybody. Like, did he probably do it with some people? Probably, and you should be locked up. But do I think
Is Bill Cosby still alive?
Yeah, I think that nigga blind in jail. It's not. It's not. Oh my
Bill
God.
Cosby still alive, bro?
Yeah, he blind in jail right now.
Bro, last picture I seen of Bill Cosby, his eye was popping out. That was the last picture I seen. His eye was literally popping out.
The nigga is blind.
Bro, that's crazy. Why they got that man still in there? He's not even living. Like, he's not
living.
Like,
that's why I don't understand. The man damn near dead. Just let
that's what I'm
Oh, God forgive me, please. That's what
I'm saying. I'm not trying to laugh at Bill Cosby, but bro, like he's damn near dead in there. It's like, okay, bro.
Thank you for that input, though, Tabria. I do think it's not true. I don't think innocent until proven guilty. A lot of people nowadays like to make you guilty until proven innocent, but I'm gonna go with innocent until proven guilty until we start seeing real evidence. Because right now it's just people making statuses or posts or live videos. It ain't no real evidence on anything.
But if this is true, what are we saying about T.I.? Are we canceling T.I.? If this is true, we just had this conversation before. T.I. done gave us so many songs. Are we canceling T.I., King of the South?
I don't know. That T.I.
Picking and choosing. Picking and choosing.
Because it's like, I mean, yeah, if you out here drugging people and raping people, it's like, I can't support anything you do anymore. Like, now, if I'm at a cookout or something, or if I'm in a gathering or a party and your old songs come on, like nostalgia comes in, and of course I'm a vibe to your shit. But anything you do from this point out, I wouldn't support. I wouldn't co-sign or anything like that just because of what you've done. You know, I feel like, and that's the attitude we should have when it comes to people who have given us great music or great movies or whatever, and have recently done terrible things, or news comes out that they've done terrible things. It's hard to cancel greats. It really is.
Yeah. Even if this was true, it would be hard to cancel him, bro. T.I. had so many hits, bro. It's like, man, I don't think I could cancel him. Still be a piece
movies of too, like Takers and ATL.
Yeah, like we canceling ATL?
Niggas is not.
BET is not taking that off of the channel. BET is not taking ATL off the channel. VH1.
ATL pay the bills at me.
For real, bro. BET, VH1, MTV not taking that shit off their channel.
ATL, Baby Boy, and anything Tyler Perry is paying all the BET bills, right?
That's definitely facts.
Niggas is not taking that off.
That shit crazy, bro. All right, bro. Anything else on the situation?
Nah.
Yeah, that's it. All right, man. If y'all don't know, we are doing movie and show reviews. We have reviewed WandaVision episode 1 through 4 on Monday, so definitely go back and check out those recaps. We will be dropping those, I'm pretty sure, every Monday moving forward with WandaVision. And we also have a review coming out with One Night in Miami, the new Regina King directorial debut. So definitely check that one out. Hey, me and Edgar already talked about this shit before. A lot of conversations was had during that movie. It's gonna be a good review for that one. A lot of good conversation will be had. And what else should we do in the future, bro?
We gotta do One Night in Miami. We gotta do Sylvie's Love. We gotta do what else? Oh, the Tiger documentary. It's a lot of shit we gotta do. I just watched The Vanished the other day. Pretty decent movie. We ain't really got to review that one though.
Any new shows? Is there any new shows out? Any new movies?
Shows. As far as like new shit, I mean, it's new seasons of shows, but any new shows? Nah, I don't think so.
Nigga said Snowfall. Nigga ain't even been catching up on Snowfall.
Oh yeah, Snowfall. We can review Snowfall in the future.
You ain't caught up, nigga.
No, that's what I'm saying. In the future, we can catch it.
Oh yeah, so Snowfall, that shit coming back in a couple weeks too. Definitely got to tap.
I'm thinking of like brand new shit. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, brand new? Oh no, I don't know about that.
That's why I said it's new seasons of shit, but any brand new shows, nah, I don't know.
Cutthroat City, what is that?
I heard of that.
New Jack City?
Is that on Netflix? I think that's on Netflix.
Does it have something to do with drugs?
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
New Jack City, Cutthroat City. Is this about females? Cutthroat City. I feel like that's regarding females. Females in the drug game?
I don't think so. I think I seen that on Netflix, either Netflix or Hulu or something like that.
So I'm gonna check that out though. Cutthroat City, yes, Netflix. Okay, yeah, so it's definitely on Netflix.
Bet.
Cutthroat City.
I think it got like a Mexican dude on the front or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, it's about niggas.
I know it.
All right, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'll definitely check that one out too. All right, man. You can hit it with the social media or pass the ox. Pass the ox with song of the week.
Damn.
Oh, T.I. in it. Okay.
Oh, that's that shit where he got that Winnie Harlow shit on his face or something like.
I've seen pictures. I've seen pictures of that,
and they was like, "Who the hell let T.I. do this shit?" Like,
I've seen pictures of that. Yeah. Okay, I definitely know that. Yeah. All right, bro. What you got for song of the week?
What's my song of the week? Damn, I'm gonna go with Nicki Minaj. Roman's Revenge. I've been on my Nicki flow a lot lately.
All right, and I got Say What You Want by Usher. Definitely go and check out that album A by Usher and Zaytoven. Album is fire. Another one. Okay. And yeah, bro, I think that's it. You can hit it with the social media.
You can follow us on Twitter at QE Podcast 1. You can follow us on Instagram at QANDE Podcast. You can follow and like our Facebook page, Q&E Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the notification bell so you can see anytime that we drop new episodes. Our Snapchat, QE Podcast. And you can email us at QANDEpodcast@gmail.com for any business inquiries, questions, or concerns.
Yes, and definitely subscribe to us on all of our podcast platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and wherever you listen to podcasts, we are there. Definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just type in Quincy Hicks into the search bar and my name will come up. Definitely subscribe. And I think that's it for the podcast, bro. We appreciate y'all for listening, and we out. Peace.